Hello traders, Joseph here again. Thank you so much for joining me on a brand new edition of my weekly video. If this is the first time that you're watching this video, I want to welcome you and thank you so much for tuning in. And if you like what you see at the end of this video, then please by all means hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment. Anything that helps really is greatly appreciated. So today I'm gonna quickly go through all my currency pairs, all the currency pairs that I trade, and I'm gonna show you guys a few trading setups that you might want to keep an eye on as we head into the week of trading next week. And I'm also going to show you the results of my my signal service trading, and I'm also going to talk to you guys today about something very important that I think is going to help a lot of traders out there who are still trying to make a living out of trading. So I hope you enjoy it. So anyway, let's head over to the charts. I'm going to start over today with the pound against the US dollar, which is the currency at the top of my currency pair. So I'm gonna go through this quickly, guys. So on the pound here, we might have a trend continuation trade here. We can see the market has come into a little bit of structure here. Look left, this is the previous structure. We've already tested that structure once, and the market pulled back, and then we're coming back right into that structure again. However, we do not have anything on our RSI to indicate that this market is going to be heading back down from that point. I mean, it could still head back down because we are not yet oversold, and we don't have, we're not yet overbought, excuse me, and we don't have any bearish divergence conditions. So it might not be a good trading opportunity. I mean, structurally it is a good trading opportunity, but the fact that we don't have that conditions in the RSI, I'm going to be staying at. So but if I flip this back on the weekly chart, let me go ahead and delete this line. What we might see is the fact that the market has come into a little bit, and we can mark this out, this channel out. You can see the market has come into a bit of consolidation within this channel, and obviously the market came back into that lower this support area, and we're seeing the market rallying from that support area. And we did have a bearish, a bullish divergence conditions on our RSI. If I just bring in the RSI, you guys, so you can see we had a massive bullish divergence conditions on our RSI. So we're seeing the market now start to rally from that point. So I think this market is going to continue going higher, and we do have something here that looks like an advanced pattern. So let me just bring in my Fibonacci retracement next to a leg. We got 127 extension, so we're looking at a potential cipher pattern. So that's why I think this market is gonna potentially go higher towards the top end of that channel. So we do have potential bearish cipher that will complete round about. Mind you, because I'm looking at this on the weekly chart, so we might, it's gonna take a while before we can get there. I mean, the market is going to complete right about 164, so we got about 1,900 pips to get there. So yeah, it's going to be a long way, but yeah, so just to kind of give you guys an idea of what might be happening next on this pair. So anyway, I'm going to flip this over to the next currency pair, US dollar against the Swiss franc. I'm actually going to drop this down onto the daily chart because we do have two potential advanced pattern. I think this is the only currency pair that gave me a reasonable winner in the whole of this month. So as you guys know, I've been going through a drawdown. In fact, the whole of this month has been a disaster for me. So I had a winner on this one, which is probably the only reasonable winner I had. I'm going to show you guys later on anyway, but onto the trading opportunity that I'm going to be keeping my eye on this one. We got two potential advanced pattern. The first one is a cipher pattern, so just like the pound against the US dollar, we got the 127 extension and on our C leg. So we do have a potential bearish cipher pattern. The market is currently at the C leg, so some people that aggressive traders might want to be buying this currency pair right now. However, I'll be waiting for this cipher pattern to complete run at 109. So yeah, we do have another potential advanced pattern that's completing within that cipher pattern. So assuming this C leg of this potential advanced pattern. Okay, let me change that color to red. It's a bad pattern because we got the 50% retracement. So assuming our C leg doesn't extend or exceed A leg, we could be looking at a potential bad pattern that is going to complete just a little bit below the cipher pattern. I think about 40 pips below the cipher pattern. And we can see that the market has come into a little bit of, obviously, we can see a little bit of structure right there. The market came in, bounced back up that structure. So potentially this market could go higher. I mean, there is a chance that we might come back and double bottom, which is going to roll invalidate the bad pattern, but it's something to keep your eye on. So let's head over quickly, going over to the Aussie dollar against the Canadian dollar. We do have another potential advanced pattern on this one. I think it's a bad pattern as well that will be completing somewhere next to A leg, A to B leg, B to C. So we have the bad pattern that's completing around 0.92, 92.80s. So so that's the only one on this one. So moving on, dollar against the Japanese yen. I'm not really interested in trading the dollar right now, because this market is completely bearish. The fact that we put in a double top right here, I think we're gonna head lower. However, we do have the next stop is gonna be right there, around 105. So about 100 pip more before we can see some sort of maybe consolidation, maybe a little bit of a relief rally before we head back down. But I'm not really interested in this one unless I see a bearish advanced pattern. Then I wouldn't be trading. I wouldn't even be touching the dollar yen. No, I'm not interested, to be honest. So moving over to the next currency pair, Canada. If I look at this on the weekly chart, we might have a trend continuation for those people that chose trend continuation traders. We might have a trend continuation trade on this pair. We can see the market is coming into that previous structure, which already violated the resistance, but we do have a support structure, the outside return right here. So we should be looking for a trend continuation trade to the upside on this currency pair. I mean, if I see a bullish advanced pattern anywhere within this channel, then I would be taking that trade. So moving on to the next one, euro dollar. In the euro dollar, I did mention we do have a potential Gartley pattern that's going to complete near the top end of that channel. I think my last video, I'm not too sure. But we do have a potential Gartley pattern, the deep Gartley pattern that will complete right along the top end of that channel here, right around 161. So let me just draw the pattern for you guys. So a potential bearish Gartley pattern completing at that level. But you need to be careful on this one because the euro has come into a little bit of a resistance area where the market has tested that resistance area several times. I mean, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So there is a chance that we might not even get to complete the Gartley pattern, but who knows. I mean, I'll be keeping my eye on Gartley. If it completes, then good. If it doesn't, it happens in it. So let's move on. The next one, Aussie dollar. I actually do have a current trade on this one currently, so I'm not gonna do much analysis. I'm gonna move on, but I'll show you guys the trade in a second. So moving on to the next one, the euro against the pound. I don't think I have anything going on this pair. Not really interested what's happening. I mean, if you're head and shoulders pattern trader, then you might be looking at a potential head and shoulder. I mean, what's the overall trend? Flipping this over to the weekly, we can see the market is bearish anyway. So if you're a head and shoulder trader, head and shoulder pattern trader, then we do have a potential. We got the left shoulder right here, the head, and then if this market comes back into that to complete the right shoulder, that would present an opportunity to get short, depending on whatever confirmatory signal you use, your RSI, MACDs, or anything. Then yeah, we do have a potential head and shoulders. Over to the pound yen, I think we do have a similar scenario, but this is an inverted head and shoulder. Again, this is not a pattern. I don't trade this pattern, but those people that trade these patterns, we do have the inverted head and shoulders, which is actually it's currently at the right area to short. But I would be really careful shorting the yen pairs right now, because they all seem to be heading south at the moment. So moving on, pound Swiss franc, I don't have anything on that one. Euro Swiss franc, let's see. Yeah, there is another advanced pattern setting up on this one. I think it's a bad pattern. Yeah, we do have a bad pattern setting up, although we're quite a long way off from being completed yet. But yeah, this is a bad pattern that I will be watching as well. We're not yet quite there, but we've still got a long way to go. Flipping over to the last one, New Zealand dollar against the Japanese US dollar, excuse me. Yeah, I think we might be looking for a potential Fibonacci extension trade on this one. Seeing that the market is gradually turning bearish, the bearish report of there, we'll be looking for this market to come back into this previous structure. You can see a little bit of structure, that spike, and we can put that a line all the way up there. And let me drop this down back to the daily chart and see what we've got. If I bring in my Fibonacci retracement, swing high to swing low, well, we can see the 618 retracement is not quite at that structure. It is right at that spike down, so we do have a 618 retracement. Let's see if we have a Fibonacci confluence. So let me bring in my Fibonacci extension tool, swing low to swing high, back down again. Do we have any? Now we do not have a Fibonacci confluence, Fibonacci ratio confluence there. Let's try this move, swing low to swing high, back down again. So we do have the 141 and the 618 retracement Fibonacci confluence. So this could be a nice area to get short. Anywhere within this little channel right there, we might be looking to get short on a Fibonacci extension trade. So anyway, okay, so before I show you guys my spreadsheet result, my signal service result, first of all, I'm going to just delete all of this. I don't need all of these chunks, so let me just delete all of them. Yeah, so before I show you guys the spreadsheet, I want to talk to you guys about why facing drawdowns and losing streak is a turning point for any trader who wants to be successful. And obviously, as you guys already know, only about 5 to 10% of traders are successful. I think a lot of people will actually put that number a little bit less than 5%, which is shocking, to be honest. So meaning the other 90% or so are failures. So I don't know if you guys have ever asked yourself what being a successful trader actually mean. I know some people will say, well, if you can make 1,000 pips a month, then you are a successful trader. And obviously I'm gonna disagree with you there, because there are a lot of traders out there who can have a good trading month where you make 1,000 pips or even more than that, but that does not make anyone a successful trader. So if you ask me, how would I define what a successful trader actually mean? So in my experience, I would define a successful trader as one who is able to navigate drawdowns and losing streaks by being exceptionally disciplined while implementing a tested strategy over a prolonged period of time. Obviously, the results of which is going to be a consistent, profitable returns. Now, there's a lot of keywords from my definition of a successful trader, but I just want to focus on drawdowns and losing streaks, because as you know, that's what I'm actually currently experiencing right now. So drawdowns and losing streak is something that happens to every trader who has been trading for a long time, and obviously if you intend to be a full-time trader, then you can't avoid it. So you have to expect it to happen, and and prepare yourself. Now the good news is being able to navigate drawdowns and losing streak were the turning points for every successful trader. And yes, I said every one of them, because they were, every trader that is successful was able to remain disciplined while implementing the trusted strategy, even when they face drawdowns or losing streaks. And if you're able to do that and come out on the other side and see your equity curve start to go up, that's the blueprint for being a successful trader. Obviously facing drawdowns and losing streak is the hardest part of being a trader, because I can tell you guys that going through a drawdown sucks. I mean, it's annoying. It's gonna be, it's not a good experience. I mean, when you go through drawdowns, you start to question yourself a lot. You start to doubt yourself. It happens. It doesn't mean, I mean, guys, it happens to everyone. But obviously you have to understand that the struggle is necessary in order to be successful. I mean, I've been going through a drawdown in the last 3 weeks or so. In fact, for the whole of this month has been a total disaster for me in trading, and I don't enjoy it, but I still have to come here and show you guys the losses. But obviously my aim is to show you guys that hopefully in a few weeks time, how I was able to go through my drawdown and come out on the other side. I mean, all it takes is having the discipline to follow your plan every day. I mean, regardless of what your previous trading day or week or month was. And obviously the few people that have actually taken my course and are also a member of my signal service can testify that every single trade that I sent out, is based on the trade plan that I've shown them during the course. I mean, that's the consistency and discipline right there that I'm talking about. So the bottom line is, you should expect to face drawdown and losing streaks. And again, in fact, you should look forward to it, because that's the test that 19% of traders fail. So it shouldn't be anything, you shouldn't be scared of that. I mean, you should expect it. I mean, that's all I can say. So anyway, looking over to my signal results, which a lot of people are excited to see what's been going on. And so this week has actually been an okay week. I mean, we just put a stop to the for the whole of this month. I just feel like I've been hit by a train, if I'm being honest with you. But let me head over to my spreadsheet. I'm only going to show you, because I actually haven't made a video last week, which obviously to show you guys how how difficult it's been. I mean it hasn't been a good month. That's just the pure honesty about it. And sometimes I don't even feel like last week I didn't feel like making any video because it's just been So anyway, I'm gonna select a few trades, probably the last 4 trades, and just to show you guys. I'm gonna start over with the pound dollar. We had a big loser on that one. I think about 100 pip. It's actually 99 pips. But this is an example of a trade that fits the plan. I'm gonna show you guys the trade right here. I think there was a deep Gartley pattern. Yeah, it's a deep Gartley pattern. X to A leg, A to B leg, B to C leg, and C to D leg. So we had the pattern complete right there. And the funny thing about this trade is, I mean, even if you're looking at this is the kind of trade that if this trade repeat itself, I'm gonna take it regard, because this is to me, like, if I see a trade like this, it's a trade that perfectly fits my trade plan, because I'm looking at this market is in consolidation, and we know guys, what the market does when it's in consolidation. It's just back-to-back patterns, consolidated market coming in at the top end of that channel. And the worst thing is that the market came and filled this up, and then, well, probably it was going to be a very big trade. I mean, we were up of over 120 pips, but we never got we never got to our first profit target. But then the market reversed back and took us out for 100 pip loss, which really, I mean, that really hurt. But we just move on to the next trade. So So the next one was actually the one I just told you about, which was that was the only bright light the whole of this month, really. The US dollar Swiss franc trade, which we banked about 122 pips on that one, on both targets. But this was the trade. So let me go ahead if I can find the dollar Swiss franc. Yeah, that's the trade. It was another bearish godly pattern. That completed right there. So even though the market came up a little bit higher, still didn't violate our X, didn't even come close to our stop loss, and then it rolled over, hitting our first and second target. That is the chart, giving us a total of 122 pips, which is the only, like I said, this is the only good trade I had this month. I mean, I do had some other small winners, but that's the only good trade I had this month. And so moving on to the next one that we trade. This was another trade that we had, but it was just a target one winner. I think dollar against the US dollar against the yen. It was just a one target winner. Bearish godly. I think it was in a lower time frame. Yeah, 50-minute time frame. So let me flip over to the chart and see if I can locate that chart. Flipping it over to the 50-minute time frame, we can see, yeah, the yen pair is just having a crazy moment. So this was the trade. Yeah, completed at 167. So market came on, gave us our first target, and then went back up and took us out on a second target for break even, right there. So yeah, so I mean, it was a win, a small win, but it's a win is a win. So I'm moving on to the final trade, the Australian dollar to Japanese. It was a bullish cipher pattern. I think one of my boys that trades on TradingView as well posted this trade on TradingView, and I saw it, and it was actually it was good to see that. And yeah, however, we only hit our first target on this one, Aussie dollar against the US dollar. We only hit our first target, still waiting for the second target. So flipping all this over to the 1 hour time frame. When it was on a 4 hour time frame. The cipher pattern. Yep, there it is. I'm just gonna draw that out for you. X to A, A to B, B to C, C to D. Cipher pattern completed around 76.65. Yeah. So yeah, we've already hit our first target on this one for about 100 pip. So we're still waiting for our second target. Hopefully, if we can get there, then it's gonna be a good trade. It's gonna be another good trade, but we'll see. So anyway, looking back at the result, we can see this month, I mean, I think I've taken 17 trades this month, and 12 of them have been losers. So as you can see, first week down 154 pips. The second week we put a stop to that, and then we continued. We just continued 174 pips in the weeks that followed, and 104 pips. We managed to pull something back towards the end of the last week of of April, pulling 71 pips back from the market. So giving us a I think at one point we were at a drawdown of about 8.5%. Yeah, which is not really, I mean, obviously from my backtested strategy, I know there is a potential for me to face a drawdown of a maximum drawdown of 12%. So we came quite close to that. But if I flip this back over to, so let's look at the monthly gains. I mean, the first month that we started it was actually a very good month. 3.2%. We only had a blip in the third week where we lost 26 pips. Heading over to the month of March. The month of March was a flawless week, flawless month, sorry. Every single week was just profit after profit, bringing a total of 9.6%. Even in the last week we didn't really take any trade because nothing really fit our plan. So yeah, we gave a little back in the month of April, where we faced our drawdowns and our losing streaks. Flipping over to the equity curve, we can see we're starting to get a little pull back up, but we just have to wait and see what's gonna happen really. Like I said, I don't know what's gonna happen in the coming weeks, but one thing I can assure you is that every week that I come into the markets, I'm gonna wait for a trade that fits my plan before I take it, regardless of the drawdown that I faced in the previous month, regardless of what April has been. May is going to be a clean slate. We're just gonna have to keep moving on, keep getting on with things, as I say. So anyway, as you can see, guys, it hasn't been pretty. In fact, it has been far from pretty, but this is the kind of things that you should be able to, you should prepare yourself as a trader. So like I said earlier, this is the test really. If you can go through a drawdown and be able to come out on the other side, that is a huge confidence booster. You can't imagine what that will do to your confidence as a trader. That's how you can make that transition from being the part of those 90% traders that consistently lose money to those 10 or less than 10% of traders that actually do make money. Because even if investors are trying to, if you're the type of person that wants to manage people's money, once they look at your account, people only look at if of course they focus on they look at the profit returns, but after the profit returns they look at the drawdown. They look to see what you've been through and how you're able to overcome that. They look to see what your maximum drawdown has been. And regardless of how good you are as a trader, you are gonna face drawdown. That's one thing that you have to get that into. You have to know that, guys. One of the traders that I really respect a lot, is the top trader on TradingView, Anil. I think he did show a video of one of his trade accounts where he was trading. Guys, did you even pay attention to the drawdown he had at one point? I think he had a drawdown of about 30% or even 35%. But he still made that returns over 100% returns in less than just over 9 months, I think. So that's guys, this you are gonna face drawdown. Everybody's gonna face drawdown, but you have to be able overcoming a drawdown is what makes you a trader. But obviously before you can get to that point, some people are not even at that point yet. You still need to be able to have a strategy. You have to back test it. You have to do all the the little things, money management plan, having your own trade plan and everything. But yeah, this is facing a drawdown is just the icing on the cake. So yeah, you shouldn't be scared of facing a drawdown. It's gonna stink. Nobody likes it, but you have to go through it in order to come up on the other side. So anyway, sorry, this video has it's been going on for almost half an hour, but yeah, I just hope you guys are able to take something out of this, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for watching.